What to do when sales call reviews stop working and you want your team to perform better. Hey, I'm Michelle Terpstra, Chief Revenue Officer, and I love creating these videos to help sales leaders, business owners, and sales pros get better at selling. Today we're going to talk about, while I give you a walk around because I'm getting some fresh air, we are going to talk about what happens when you've been doing sales call reviews and they're just not fixing the problem. One of the most challenging things here for revenue leaders, for sales leaders, for managers is to pinpoint exactly why our conversions go down on sales calls. And the big thing to remember here, and I think we all know that as leaders, is that it's not always the salesperson. It can be the ecosystem. It can be your marketing messaging not working as well as it used to. It could be a shift in buyer needs. It could be impacted by external factors like the economy, politics, elections. There are so many things that can impact a B2B and a B2C buying decision. And one of the biggest things that I see happening is the fingers always pointed directly at the sales rep or the sales team. And when management and leaders don't take responsibility for the ecosystem that's being delivered to the salesperson to make that close, that is a huge mistake, my friends, okay? The other thing is you have to hold your sales team accountable. It is a balance. Sometimes it is them, sometimes it's not. Most of the time, actually, it's a combination. And so this is a critical thing we need to observe as leaders. And this is what I recommend doing. So if you are consistently doing sales call reviews and you're editing your script, you're editing your flow, you're editing your warm-up sequence, follow-up, everything, and you cannot pinpoint what's happening, I recommend you, the leader, get back in the trenches. And this is what it looks like. So for me, as the CRO of a scaling startup with a pretty small team, we're about 8. What I was able to do is to plug myself back into the sales system. So what that means is I run what's called a CRO play. A CRO play is when I invite people who've booked calls with us in the past, showed, not showed, but have not purchased. And I offer them a discussion with me, the Chief Revenue Officer. And the reason why that is so important, why it works so well, is it's a completely different play than a salesperson. It's the head of revenue reaching out to people that are interested in working with us to understand like why you haven't made that buying decision. And the way that we position it in our marketing is extremely non-threatening. It's inviting, it's welcoming, and what it gives me an opportunity to do is to speak to our prospects one-to-one, to use my knowledge and my decades of sales experience to understand what's going on in the buyer's mind. So I know what to fix. It's not always tell the sales rep to do something different. And you will find the most amazing gems when you just jump on and take a few calls. Now, if you're in the situation where you have field reps or you have a very large sales team and maybe what I just suggested to you may or may not work out, you can always jump in and do a ride along on a virtual sales call or in person. This works for that as well. But the important thing is that you get yourself back in the trenches. You stop thinking you can analyze everything by listening to a sales call, nitpicking your sales rep, yelling at marketing to start doing things. Like, you as the leader need to roll up your sleeves and get back in there. Now, the cautionary tale here is that you got to get back in, but it needs to be temporary. So here are some things that I recommend that if you're going to run a CRO play, you make it short. It's 2 weeks. It is 2 weeks of you in the trenches. You minimize meetings so that you can spend more time selling and getting back into that seat to analyze it. Then after the 2 weeks, you get to work, my friend. You decide what you need to do to make the shift as a leader. Does that mean change the script? Tackle some objections that are happening consistently in your marketing, shift your messaging, replace closers, replace marketing. I mean, there might be some things that you find that you say to yourself, wow, like that team member is not working out anymore. Now, do you go directly to be like, you're fired? No, you share the stats, share the data, give them an opportunity to improve. That's part of leadership, friends. And the data that you find in this exploratory process will give your team what they need to be successful and to rise to the occasion to make a difference in your company. So I really hope that if right now you are struggling to hit your sales targets and you're a leader listening right now, you consider running a CRO sales play. There's lots of different ways that you can do this, and I'm excited to hear your results with it. So let me know below if you're planning to run this. And then also, I would love to know how it works out for you and what you find out. Till next time.